Welcome to the Stay Ready Real Estate Podcast, where we stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I'm your host, Emeka, and in each episode, I'll be breaking down real estate topics to help you find and lock in your first deal. This podcast is all about building wealth through real estate, and the best part, you don't need a lot of money to get started. So let's jump right into it. If you've been in real estate for more than 5 minutes, something has already gone wrong. The question isn't if it will happen, it is what you would do when it does. What's going on? It's your boy, the host, Emeka, and today what I'm going to talk about is rolling with the punches, because real estate is so unpredictable. Real estate never goes exactly as planned, right? This is a problem-heavy business, and I have plenty of examples. However, the greatest one that happened this year is we were about to close on a 6-unit property to sell. Right, I was expected to sell. We gave them a 2-day extension, and someone ran into our kitchen. And now, because of that, it didn't sell. I had to pull insurance. And we're refinancing. I have to keep it longer than we expect. There's just so much that to unpack here, right? And that's just one deal, right? I also bought a deal where the foundation costs almost as much as my entire budget, right? And then my contractor raised the prices. So it is real estate is very unpredictable. It never goes as planned, right? No matter how well you predict, no matter how good you are, the only thing that's predictable is that problems will happen. Sometimes you just don't know when or how it will hurt you or how much of a problem it is until it happens, right? Because getting the deal really is really just a starting point. It comes about business execution, right? And sometimes business execution is hard, right? There is a lot that you can plan for, and then you can plan for the unexpected as well. But emotional discipline protects your money, right? Right? The cost of making too quick of a decision, the stress it adds, how hard it is for you to sleep at night, that comes after. There's so much that comes into just strictly emotional discipline, mainly because it's an emotional game, right? There's lots of money involved, especially when you're getting into it. I've been in real estate since 2020. I've lost money, I've made money. Sometimes the losses do suck a lot, but the point of the matter is I've been in this game for a while now, and I still make mistakes. I still make mistakes. I'm always learning. It's never ending. Usually when it rains, it pours, and that's almost my expectation. So I never get too high and I never get too low, because you have to understand there might be something around the corner. What's really nice is when you are under contract, and when you under contract to sell or buy, and you finally get done with that, that's usually like the weight off my shoulders, especially on the sell side. That means they can't back out. I'm getting my money. It's so great. Even on a refinance, right? There's a lot of battles you have to go through, and it's very nice to get that done with. But you have to understand that it ain't over till it's over. And stressing out about things you can't control is very important in real estate, because sometimes it's just not your deal. Sometimes it's just not your market, right? When I say that is, some people bought when interest rates were low, and then their interest rates went up because the rate that they got was adjustable and lost their deal. So no one has a crystal ball. Anything can happen. But you need to understand that your mindset is the biggest part of everything. Do not make an emotional decision. If there's something huge, a decision that needs to be made that's very important, I always say 24 hours sleep over overnight, right? That is something that I always work on, that I've been a lot better on. But you need to have time for your brain and for yourself to assess every big decision that takes emotion, time, and energy from you. Because we always need to understand that the beautiful thing about real estate is it's slow growth wealth, right? That compounds, right? Every decision most decisions you won't need to make the same day anyway. So control the stress, control the emotions, and be able to understand that the deal will be okay without needing to make a decision today, It's great. Your mindset is a financial tool that is very important. The mindset is one of the most important things about being an investor overall. And the last thing is adaptability is a competitive advantage, right? Markets shift, strategies have to shift. Your thoughts of the way the deal would go from the beginning sometimes changes with, a curveball. So understanding that there's always more than one way, one road to execute a plan is great. There's more than one road to drive on, because I'm in a flip like that right now, right? We wanted to do a flip, sell it, but it makes sense. We had to put a lot of money into it, issue with the foundation, and they're costing a lot more than we expected. Now we have to do a rental, right? We didn't want to do a rental. We'd rather get all our money back. Now we have equity tied in the deal, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, we're still able to make money due to the fact that we were able to adapt through the curveballs, through the hurdles, through the stones that was thrown at us, right? Blood, sweat, and tears, literally. And I like to talk as of what it is to be an investor, the mindset you have to have. And understand it's not always good. It's not always good. It's not always going to be good, but long term, it's going to be great. You have to understand with real estate, there's nothing guaranteed. You have to understand how to structure a deal. You have to understand the partners to have, because it's an emotional roller coaster. Because if you don't understand these things, it can make your deal very stressful, hard to sleep at night, and no one wants that. Until next time. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss when a new one drops. And if you're loving this content, come join me over on YouTube. My link is down below in the comments. I take you behind the scenes of my real life as a real estate investor. You get to see inside my flips, my rentals. You get to see the full journey of me growing from basically 33 units to 100 units, which is the goal I'm shooting for. No highlight reels, no sugarcoating, just a real thing. See you next week.